And I'll have a more detailed video for you guys soon. And like I said, we'll take an in-depth look at the cameras, how the S20 stacks up to the competition, and a lot more in that video. And it's now time for that video. But before we get to that, I have a boxed Indian retail unit of the S20 Plus with me. So let's first go ahead and unbox this phone. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and if you do end up liking what you see with this video, subscribe and go ahead turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Let's now get this video started. You guys know I am giving away a Galaxy Z Flip, right? If you didn't, here's a card to that video. Please go ahead, check that out if you haven't yet. So this is the Galaxy S20 Plus box. It's pretty stealthy. Samsung generally goes with these black boxes for their more premium phones. It's a nice touch. MRP says 83,000, but we all know that the S20 Plus retails for 73,990 now. And this is the G985F, the Exynos variant. Cosmic Gray, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs UFS 3.0. Anyway, let's now get that unboxing knife and cut through the seals. Opening up the lid itself contains another smaller box. Here we have a SIM tool, the regular region lock and quick start guides, along with the warranty card. Then there's a transparent soft case. Coming to the S20 Plus itself, let's remove the plastic sticker off. Peel off this sticker too. The phone does feel quite premium in hand, very reflective. We'll get back to it in a bit. Moving on, we have a USB Type-C to Type-C cable, followed by a pair of AKG earphones. If you notice, these are Type-C too, because there is no headphone jack on this guy. Here are some size choices for the ear tips. And finally, there's a 25-watt travel adapter. Okay, let's now get to the S20 Plus, take a closer look. One of the biggest upgrades with these phones, it's gotta be the cameras. We have a new rectangular array to the back, and this here is a quad camera setup. The primary camera is a 12 megapixel sensor, f1.8 lens that's optically stabilized, and the images it shoots, they turned out really well detailed. Just look at the sky here, the dynamic range, the blues, or in this case, just look at that flower. The bokeh is very natural. The AI scene detection seems to be on steroids. It's overdoing its stuff a little bit, as evident with those edges, but it's not instantly noticeable, and overall the images are quite pleasing to the naked eye. The dedicated low light mode also makes a huge difference. Now that's not just because of improved algorithms, the sensor size has actually gone up. And as a result, each pixel is now 1.8 microns in size compared to 1.4 microns on the S10 Plus. So as you can see with the side-by-sides, under low light the images just turn out cleaner now. With a wide-angle camera, which happens to be a 12 megapixel f2.2, it also gets support for this night mode. While the resolution's gone down, you gotta keep in mind once again the pixel size has gone from 1.4 microns to 1 micron. Another huge upgrade is the telephoto. This is a 64 megapixel f2. It's got optical stabilization. It makes for 3x hybrid zoom, 30x software zoom. And while 30x is a little bit gimmicky marketing, at 10x the S20 Plus is definitely, the images it shoots is definitely usable. At 3x it's super impressive. And what's very special about this sensor is that this is what's used for 8K video recording. The fact that the lens is optically stabilized means 8K footage, it's not a gimmick. It's very stable, it's detailed, you can actually crop into it. These pictures that you're seeing now, they are frames pulled out of the 8K video. So that's how much detail there is. After all, 8K video, it's 33 megapixels per frame, right? So there's plenty of detail. Now the final sensor here is for depth reduction. It's a time of flight sensor, so it allows for live focus shots like this. It's pretty good, right? We can also even shoot live focus video. Of course, it's not perfect, but Samsung seems to keep getting better at this. I mean, I saw my guys shooting this. Then when I actually saw this clip on our NLE and I was writing the script, it kind of surprised me. It ended up being a lot better than I expected it to be. There's also live focus video for the selfie camera. Samsung's even providing 4K 60 FPS via that selfie camera. Other regular features like 4K 60 FPS video via the rear camera, super steady at full HD, with both the wide and regular cameras, 960 FPS super slow motion video, they're all present and accounted for. What I really loved was the fact that finally, after being removed with One UI, the Pro video modes made a comeback here. We get manual mode for video again. Thank you, Samsung. Outside of the cameras, the display has gotten larger. It's 6.7 inches this time. The refresh rate's gone up to 120Hz with 240Hz touch sampling, hence the Dynamic AMOLED 2X tag. The battery capacity, that's also increased. It's 4500 mAh, a 400 mAh increase from the S10 Plus. So extra cameras, higher capacity battery, and larger and improved display. And despite all of this, the S20 Plus is just a smidge taller and just about 10 grams heavier than the S10 Plus, which in my humble opinion is definitely a worthy trade-off. Samsung's actually managed to keep the build narrow and slimmer, which is pretty impressive to say the least. So in hand, the S20 Plus feels more premium than ever. By the way, this is Gorilla Glass 6 to both the front and back, and underneath the glass to the front is the AMOLED panel, of course, and underneath that sits an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, which has gotten pretty fast. It's improved. Compared to the first time we saw Samsung use an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, Samsung seems to have come a long way. Now beneath all of this, the S20 Plus is powered by, at least in India, the Exynos 990 chip. This one's LTE only, the 5G S20 Plus. In certain markets, it's powered by the Snapdragon 865 chipset. The Exynos and Qualcomm chips, they're supposed to be on par. My experience so far has been pretty solid here on both the S20 and the S20 Plus. My experience with both chips has been very positive. There's 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of UFS 3.0 storage, along with an option to expand further via microSD if needed. This flagship chip, the fast storage, the super smooth display, this combination with One UI 2.0 of course makes everything feel very smooth. The user experience here, it's unrivaled. I can't wait to start testing out the S20 Plus. Talking about which, what videos do you want to see next? A speed test between the Exynos 990 S20 Plus and a Snapdragon 865 phone? Or maybe a camera comparison between the S20 Plus and a certain fruity flagship? What do you want to see next? Leave a comment down below and I will try to make that video happen. So overall, like I said in the hands-on video, Samsung have retained a lot of things that we've loved about the S10 Plus here. For example, Samsung Pay, 15-watt wireless charging, 9-watt reverse wireless charging, and so on. And they've changed some others, like for example, the fast charging speeds. It's now 25 watts instead of 15 watts. The launch price, for example, has remained unchanged. Just like the S10 Plus, the S20 Plus has also launched at 73,900. So what do you think about this phone? What do you feel about the S20 Plus? Does this feel like the phone to get right now? Do you feel Samsung's actually done enough to hold your attention? Or do you feel there's something more ultra that you'd rather wait for? Leave a comment down below. And with that, we get to the end of this video. And it is now time I bid you adieu. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about this video. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. And thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.